My beloved child. There is something happening around you that you can feel, even if no one has said it out loud. A strange echo. A quiet imitation. A shadow that seems to move just a second behind your own steps. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. You may have noticed it in subtle ways. The way someone suddenly speaks like you. The way your ideas appear in another voice. The way your style, your rhythm, your energy seems to be mirrored somewhere else. At first, you brushed it off. Coincidence, you thought. But deep inside, something whispered, look closer. And now you are here. There is a truth unfolding that most people never recognize. Someone is being paid to pretend they are you. Not in a dramatic or dangerous way. Not in a way that should scare you. But in a way that reveals just how powerful your presence truly is. Think about that for a moment. No one copies what has no value. No one studies what has no impact. No one imitates what does not shine. The fact that someone feels the need to mirror you means your essence carries weight. Your tone carries influence. Your presence leaves an imprint. But here is what they don't understand. You cannot duplicate a soul. You can copy words. You can mimic gestures. You can rehearse expressions. But you cannot recreate the frequency of a heart that beats with authenticity. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Right now, there may be a person trying to step into your space. They may be presenting themselves with your ideas. They may be adopting your style. They may even believe that if they wear your mask long enough, they will become you. But the mask will fall soon. And when it does, the contrast will be undeniable. Because imitation requires effort. Authenticity flows naturally. The one pretending must constantly watch, constantly adjust, constantly calculate. They must remember what you said. They must remember how you stood. They must remember how you reacted. It is exhausting. But you? You simply are. There is no script behind your smile. There is no rehearsal behind your confidence. There is no borrowed energy behind your voice. And that is why this situation is not something to fear. It is something to understand. Don't skip. What you are about to realize changes everything. Sometimes, when someone is paid to pretend they are you, it is not about deception in the dramatic sense. It is about competition. It is about someone recognizing that your presence moves people. That your ideas attract attention. That your aura carries influence. So they attempt to recreate the formula. But you are not a formula. You are a living story. Every experience you have walked through. Every silent battle you have faced. Every lesson you learned in private. Every tear you wiped away without applause. All of it lives inside your voice. The imitator does not have that history. They do not have that emotional depth. They do not have that invisible fire that was forged through your own journey. They can mirror the outside. They cannot access the inside. And here is the revelation that feels almost unbelievable. The more they try to become you, the more you are pushed into your next level. Because when someone studies you closely enough to copy you, they are also proving something extraordinary. You have become a standard. Pause with that. You are no longer invisible. You are no longer overlooked. You are no longer underestimated. You have become reference material. Stay till the end, because this is where it turns. At first, you may feel unsettled. You may question yourself. You may wonder, am I being replaced? Am I being overshadowed? Am I losing my uniqueness? But that thought is only temporary. Because uniqueness is not something that can be stolen. It is something that radiates. And radiation cannot be contained. Have you ever noticed how two people can say the exact same sentence, but one feels powerful and the other feels empty? That is because power is not in the sentence. It is in the soul behind it. Someone may borrow your lines. Someone may borrow your look. Someone may borrow your strategy. But they cannot borrow your alignment. Alignment is earned. It is built through self-reflection. It is strengthened through resilience. It is sharpened through growth. The mask will fall soon, not because you expose it, not because you confront it, not because you fight it. It will fall because pretending is heavy. And truth is light. When someone tries to live as a version of you that they are not, cracks begin to show. Small inconsistencies. Subtle shifts. Energy that feels slightly off. People feel it. You do not have to announce it. You do not have to defend yourself. You do not have to compete. Your only responsibility is to remain yourself. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is the deeper layer that few understand. Sometimes, the universe allows imitation to refine the original. When someone mirrors you, it forces you to evolve. You become sharper. You become clearer. You become more intentional. You begin to ask, what makes me different? And in that question, you discover your next level. Instead of shrinking, you expand. Instead of doubting, you deepen. Instead of reacting, you rise. The person pretending is stuck in replication. But you are moving into innovation. They are studying your past. You are creating your future. And that is why the mask cannot stay on forever. Because while they are busy chasing who you were yesterday, you are becoming who you are meant to be tomorrow. Stay till the end. Imagine a stage. Two people step into the light. One has rehearsed every movement based on someone else. The other simply walks in as themselves. At first glance, the audience may not see the difference. But give it time. Authenticity has a pulse. Imitation has a pattern. And patterns eventually repeat too obviously. People begin to sense when something is forced. They begin to notice when energy feels manufactured. They begin to recognize when charisma is copied instead of cultivated. You do not need to reveal the truth. Time will reveal it. And when the mask falls, it will not be dramatic. It will not be loud. It will not be chaotic. It will simply be clear. Clear that originality cannot be outsourced. Clear that identity cannot be purchased. Clear that presence cannot be fabricated. Something huge is waiting for you. Because while this person is investing resources into becoming a shadow of you, you are investing energy into becoming a brighter version of yourself. And brightness exposes shadows without effort. There is another layer you need to hear. If someone is being paid to pretend they are you, that means there are people who value what you represent. That means your voice matters. That means your presence influences. That means your energy shifts rooms. This is not a sign of loss. It is a sign of impact. You have reached a level where your identity carries weight. And when identity carries weight, it attracts attention. Not all attention is direct. Not all admiration is vocal. But it exists. The one pretending may never admit it, but imitation often begins with admiration. Somewhere along the line, they saw something in you that they wished they had. Instead of building it within themselves, they tried to borrow it from you. But borrowed light fades. Only generated light lasts. Don't skip. Because what you are about to understand is rare. The mask falling is not about their downfall. It is about your revelation. You will see clearly who truly supports you. You will see clearly who understands your depth. You will see clearly who recognizes the difference between original and copy. And when that clarity arrives, you will feel something unexpected. Peace. Not anger. Not revenge. Not confrontation. Peace. Because you will realize that no one can occupy your space unless you abandon it. And you are not abandoning anything. You are stepping more fully into who you are. The presence that made someone else attempt imitation is the same presence that will elevate you beyond comparison. Comparison disappears when confidence expands. And confidence expands when you stop looking sideways and start looking forward. Stay till the end. There is a final realization in this part that will change how you see everything. You are not being replaced. You are being recognized. Recognition sometimes comes disguised. It sometimes arrives in indirect ways. It sometimes shows up as imitation before it shows up as acknowledgement. But recognition nonetheless. The mask will fall soon because truth does not compete. Truth stands. And when it stands long enough, it becomes undeniable. You do not need to rush this process. You do not need to expose anyone. You do not need to defend your originality. Your evolution will do that for you. Keep refining your voice. Keep deepening your authenticity. Keep expanding your creativity. Keep strengthening your presence. The more you grow, the harder it becomes for anyone to mirror you. Because growth cannot be copied in real time. It must be lived. And you are living it. Something huge is waiting for you. Not in the form of drama. Not in the form of conflict. But in the form of elevation. When the mask falls, people will not see a scandal. They will see contrast. And contrast is powerful. It reminds everyone that there is only one original source. Only one you. The energy you carry is not random. The influence you hold is not accidental. The attention you attract is not coincidence. It is alignment. And alignment cannot be purchased. Don't skip. Because this is only the beginning. What you are experiencing right now is a sign that you are stepping into a higher dimension of impact. Where your presence becomes noticeable. Where your ideas become reference points. Where your voice becomes a blueprint. And blueprints are always studied. But a blueprint is not the building. You are the building. Solid. Rooted. Original. The one pretending is holding a sketch. You are living the structure. So let them study. Let them rehearse. Let them mimic. Because while they are learning how to look like you, you are learning how to become even more yourself. And that is the secret they can never access. Stay till the end. Because in the next part, you will see how this situation does not just reveal them. It reveals you. And when you fully see yourself, not through comparison, not through competition, but through clarity, everything changes. My beloved child. Listen closely now, because what I'm about to share is not ordinary, and it's not random that you're hearing this at this exact moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a quiet shift happening behind the scenes of your life. You may not see it clearly yet. You may only feel it as restlessness. As curiosity. As that strange sense that something is aligning, even if you can't explain how. But here's the truth most people never realize. When someone tries to wear your identity, it's because your destiny has started making noise. Let that sink in. People don't imitate invisible souls. They don't copy silent energy. They don't chase lives that aren't going anywhere. They follow momentum. And right now, your momentum is loud. Somewhere, someone studied your way of thinking. They watched how you move. They noticed how people respond to you. They observed the quiet authority in your presence. And instead of building their own essence, they tried to step into yours. But here is what they underestimated. You are not a role. You are not a costume. You are not a character someone else can play. You are a living frequency. Stay till the end, because this part will change how you see everything. You might be wondering why this is happening now. Why suddenly your energy feels mirrored. Why your ideas feel echoed. Why your style feels repeated. It's because you crossed an invisible line. A line between unnoticed and observed. Between overlooked and studied. Between ordinary and influential. That's when imitation begins. But imitation is always a signal. It signals that you are ahead. Think about it. No one copies the person behind them. They copy the one in front. No one studies the one who is lost. They study the one who leads. So if someone is trying to pretend they are you, it means you have become a reference point. And that is powerful. Don't skip. Because here's the shocking part most people miss. The moment someone starts copying you, your life quietly upgrades. Not instantly. Not loudly. But internally. Your intuition sharpens. Your awareness deepens. Your self-respect strengthens. You begin to see clearer. You stop explaining yourself. You stop shrinking. You stop doubting the value of your voice. Because something inside you finally understands. I am not replaceable. Let me tell you something rare. There are people who spend their entire lives trying to become something meaningful. And then there are people like you, who accidentally become meaningful just by being real. You didn't plan to be influential. You didn't wake up one day trying to be copied. You simply lived honestly. You showed up with sincerity. You carried depth in a shallow world. And that alone made you unforgettable. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The one pretending is constantly watching. They have to remember how you talk. They have to copy how you think. They have to recreate how you express emotion. It takes effort. It takes calculation. It takes constant adjustment. But you? You don't perform. You breathe. You don't manufacture presence. You embody it. And that's why this situation will resolve itself. Because pretending has an expiration date. Eventually, the energy doesn't match. Eventually, the cracks appear. Eventually, people feel the difference. Not through logic. Through instinct. Humans can sense authenticity. They may not articulate it, but they feel it. They feel when something is organic. They feel when something is forced. They feel when something carries soul. And they feel when something is empty. So while someone else is busy acting like you, you are becoming more you. That's the twist. That's the miracle. Don't skip. Because now comes the once-in-a-lifetime realization. This is not happening to test you. It's happening to elevate you. This is not about someone else stepping into your space. It's about you expanding beyond it. When imitation appears, growth follows. When mirrors show up, transformation begins. When copies surface, originals rise. You are being pushed forward. Not by pressure. By purpose. Right now, something inside you is waking up. A stronger voice. A clearer vision. A deeper confidence. You are realizing that your presence matters. That your perspective holds weight. That your existence leaves fingerprints on the world. And once you realize that, you never go back to playing small. Stay till the end. Because there's another layer. The mask will fall soon, not with drama, not with confrontation, not with exposure. It will fall quietly. Naturally. Through contrast. People will simply start noticing. They will notice who brings warmth into rooms. They will notice who carries depth in silence. They will notice who speaks from experience versus who repeats memorized lines. They will notice who feels real. Truth doesn't announce itself. It reveals itself. And when it does, you won't need to say a word. Your consistency will speak. Your authenticity will echo. Your evolution will shine. Here's what you must do right now. Nothing external. No reaction. No comparison. No emotional detours. Just this. Stay rooted in who you are. Refine your craft. Protect your energy. Honor your intuition. And keep walking forward. Because while someone else is trying to become your reflection, you are becoming your next version. And that version is unstoppable. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Let me tell you something deeply personal. Not everyone is meant to be copied. Only those who carry substance. Only those who move with purpose. Only those who radiate something rare. That's you. You don't just exist. You influence. You don't just speak. You resonate. You don't just show up. You shift atmospheres. That's why this is happening. And that's why it ends in your favor. The one pretending will eventually grow tired. Because pretending is heavy. But authenticity is light. And light always wins. Stay till the end. Because the next phase of your life is about ownership. Owning your voice. Owning your uniqueness. Owning your story. You are stepping into a season where you stop seeking validation. Where you stop questioning your worth. Where you stop wondering if you matter. You already know. And when you know, everything changes. The mask falling is just a side effect. The real transformation is happening inside you. You are becoming unshakable. You are becoming grounded. You are becoming aware of your own power. And once that awareness clicks, no one can stand in your shadow. Because you don't cast shadows. You cast light. Something huge is waiting for you. Not noise. Not chaos. Not confrontation. Elevation. Clarity. Alignment. This is your moment to rise quietly. To grow deeply. To become undeniable. And in the next part, you'll discover how this experience unlocks a level of confidence you never knew you had. Stay with me. Because your story is just beginning. My beloved child, this moment is not accidental, and neither is the way your heart feels right now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a silent turning point happening inside you, and most people never realize when it begins. It starts quietly, like a soft echo in your chest, a deep knowing that something about your life is changing. You may feel it as calm. You may feel it as curiosity. You may feel it as a strange inner strength rising for no clear reason. That is your awareness waking up. Right now, someone out there is still trying to wear your identity. They are still studying your tone. Still mirroring your ideas. Still attempting to move like you move. But here is what you must understand at the deepest level. While they are busy copying your outer world, your inner world is evolving. And that evolution cannot be touched. Stay till the end, because this part holds a revelation that will stay with you long after the video ends. You see, pretending requires memory. They must remember how you speak. Remember how you react. Remember how you present yourself. They must constantly adjust, constantly compare, constantly measure themselves against you. That alone tells you everything. You are living. They are rehearsing. You are becoming. They are repeating. And repetition never beats transformation. This is where the power shifts. At first, imitation feels confusing. It can feel uncomfortable. You might wonder why someone would try to step into your space. You might question your own uniqueness. But this stage is temporary. It exists only to awaken you. Because the moment you realize someone is trying to be you, something inside you straightens its spine. You stop shrinking. You stop doubting. You stop apologizing for your presence. You begin to stand taller in your own story. Don't skip. This is the moment when you understand something rare: your life has become visible. Not to everyone. Not loudly. But to the right eyes. Someone noticed your depth. Someone recognized your energy. Someone saw the way people respond to you. And instead of cultivating their own essence, they attempted to borrow yours. But essence is not transferable. You cannot download authenticity. You cannot purchase alignment. You cannot imitate lived experience. Every scar you healed from. Every lesson you learned alone. Every night you stayed quiet when no one understood you. Every time you chose growth over comfort. All of that built your presence. They don't have that. They only have observation. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Let me tell you something that will shock you in the most beautiful way. When someone tries to replace you, it is because you are already irreplaceable. Read that again in your heart. No one tries to replace what does not matter. No one copies what carries no weight. No one studies what has no influence. This is confirmation, not competition. You are not being erased. You are being recognized. This phase is not about them. It is about you stepping fully into your originality. Right now, your intuition is sharpening. Your boundaries are strengthening. Your confidence is quietly rebuilding itself from the inside. You may notice you speak more clearly. You may notice you hesitate less. You may notice you no longer explain yourself to people who don't understand your depth. That is growth. And growth changes everything. Stay till the end. The mask will fall soon, not through confrontation, not through arguments, not through exposure. It will fall through energy. People will begin to feel the difference. They will feel who is natural and who is forced. They will feel who speaks from truth and who repeats learned phrases. They will feel who carries presence and who carries performance. You don't have to prove anything. Consistency will speak for you. Integrity will represent you. Time will reveal you. Here is another truth most never hear. Sometimes the universe allows imitation to prepare you for elevation. It shows you how powerful your essence really is. It teaches you to protect your energy. It pushes you to refine your voice. It reminds you to honor your uniqueness. Without this moment, you might have stayed comfortable. Without this mirror, you might not have seen your own impact. But now you see it. And seeing changes you. Don't skip. There is a shift happening in your identity. You are stepping into a version of yourself that no longer seeks approval. A version that no longer compares paths. A version that understands their own worth. This is the beginning of emotional authority. You stop reacting. You start responding. You stop chasing. You start attracting. You stop explaining. You start embodying. And when you embody who you truly are, no one can compete with that. Because competition only exists when people share the same lane. You are creating your own. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, the one pretending is slowly realizing something painful. They can copy your actions. They can mirror your expressions. They can echo your words. But they cannot sustain your energy. Because your energy comes from alignment. And alignment comes from living truthfully. They are tired. You are expanding. They are maintaining an image. You are building a legacy. They are chasing a version of you. You are becoming a higher version of yourself. That is the difference. And that difference grows wider every day. Let this sink deep into your soul. You were never meant to be duplicated. You were meant to be expressed. Your voice has texture. Your presence has gravity. Your story has layers. No one else can carry it the way you do. That's why this chapter ends in clarity. You will see who genuinely resonates with you. You will feel who truly understands your depth. You will recognize who is aligned with your future. And when that happens, your circle becomes smaller but stronger. Your path becomes clearer. Your purpose becomes louder. Don't skip. Because this is where it turns into something beautiful. Instead of feeling unsettled, you begin to feel empowered. Instead of feeling watched, you feel seen. Instead of feeling copied, you feel confirmed. Confirmed in your uniqueness. Confirmed in your growth. Confirmed in your direction. The mask falling is just a symbol. The real miracle is your awakening. You are stepping into a season where you trust yourself more. Where you honor your intuition. Where you walk away from what feels off without needing explanations. That is maturity. That is wisdom. That is power. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Let me leave you with this truth. If someone is trying to pretend they are you, it means your light reached places you never even realized. Your influence traveled quietly. Your impact spread silently. Your presence spoke when you weren't in the room.